All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Nerd Holes. So it's summertime, and next week is the release of the Meg 2, The Trench Wars. So we thought we would jump on here and quickly talk about the first Meg movie,
The Meg.
The Meg. So the Meg came out in 2018, which is crazy. It doesn't seem like it was that long ago.
Yeah, 5-year-old movie.
Yeah, right. It's about time it gets a sequel.
Yeah.
So this movie is starring Jason Statham, which obviously,
Yeah.
why would it not? Why would it not be
Yeah.
starring Jason? And so Bing Bing Lee and Rainn Wilson, which is very funny that Rainn Wilson's in this movie.
Yep.
So this movie's got quite a few amount of people that like you recognize from other stuff. So let's see. I'm going through the list here. Cliff Curtis plays Mac.
Yeah.
He was
he
was the dad from Fear the Walking Dead for a while.
Yeah, The Walking Dead.
Fear it. Ruby Rose is in it.
Yeah. She's been in a bunch of stuff.
She just recently was Batgirl.
Batwoman, right? For like 6
on the
episodes.
CW for 6 episodes. Then they replaced her, and then that show got canceled. So
yep.
Robert Taylor. He played Longmire.
Yep. Yeah, okay.
Yep. And other people I kind of recognize from things,
come on,
but not super.
He's my favorite.
Which one?
He's the guy. He's Toshi.
Oh, Masaoka.
Yeah, Masaoka.
What else was he in?
He's from Heroes, the NBC show Heroes.
I never got into Heroes.
Oh man, that first season is amazing.
That's what I hear.
It's a fantastic.
That's pretty good. I'll have to check that out. Yeah, he's pretty good in this movie.
Definitely.
Too.
That first season, a little bit of season 2, but that first season is wonderful. It's a very good show.
Yeah. And what about her dad? Doesn't he seem
he's
very
definitely been in things. I just don't know who he is.
Winston Chow.
Ooh.
He plays Zhang. Yeah, what else has he
he's
been in?
Skyscraper, that Rock movie.
Oh boy.
But probably not.
I don't see anything on here that he was in 1911.
Okay.
It's been in a lot of Japanese stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't recognize anything other than 1911. But yeah, so this movie is about 2 hours long.
It certainly is.
It's pretty long. Doesn't need to be as long, I don't think. But
no.
But yeah, so Ryan and I went to go see this movie when it came out.
Oh,
and we wanted to see it because it, it's just a good summer shark movie, action movie.
I mean, we have another summer shark movie on our podcast. I mean,
that's true, man. That's a great, yeah. This is better. This one's better, in my opinion.
I think it's different. I think they're. I don't think they're supposed to be the same type of movie.
Well, here's the difference: is they're both about the same as far as like realism.
That I will give you,
in my opinion. Yeah, some of the stuff in the beginning of The Shallows is really good, and then it goes off the rails.
Yeah.
The whole like end thing. I mean, when she stitches herself up with the fish bone and the seagull and then the buoy, it's just like, what? Just make a movie, man. Just make it. I don't get it. It doesn't have to be like crazy.
But
oh yeah. really. That's all it was anyway.
Well, now we get to see Jason Statham's chest.
Yeah, we do. But this movie is fun because it's like it's got a lot of like Chinese like stuff in it.
Yeah,
that's really kind of interesting. Like I think that's kind of where they are. This like sea-based thing is kind of off the coast. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of blends the the two things together, like the
yeah. It's a
more
believable operation of them exploring the trench. It's like it makes sense.
Yeah, it's a fun movie. So basically the storyline is that Jason Statham's character name is what? Do you remember?
No.
Jonas. So Jonas is like a deep sea rescue guy.
Yeah.
He rescues like stranded subs and ships and that kind of stuff. So
yeah.
So he's saving this submarine that gets attacked by some mystery thing, and then it blows up, and the doctor like hates him because he didn't save the crew, but then the doctor is his father-in-law because his daughter is married to him.
Yeah, and he hates him more specifically that Jonas doesn't save his two guys.
Yeah,
he gets all of the crew of the submarine, I think, off the ship. He just closes the door.
The two doctor guys,
the two guys that Jonas brought with him to rescue them.
Yeah, it's a funny thing. It's a whole weird like setup because he's like, oh, he's got deep sea like sickness and he's going crazy. But then like as soon as he like moves away from the ship like implodes on itself.
Right.
And it's like obviously there was an issue.
Yeah.
So then basically Rainn Wilson is this billionaire guy. He builds this big sea base to like observe and explore the Messianic Trench.
Yeah.
And so they go down to the Messianic Trench and they get stuck down there. They get attacked and lose power, and the only person that can save them, Jason Statham. Yeah, it's one of those. It's so like overplayed in a lot of movies where they're like, they go to like find him and he's like, I'll never dive again. There's nothing you can say. There's no money on this planet. And they're like, hey, so your ex-wife is down there, and he's like, when do we leave? Yeah. So he goes to save him. He goes down to save him, and then you see, like, I think that's when you see the shark for the first time.
They go through like the veil, the thermal veil. The other his ex-wife and the two other guys, Toshi and some other weird name. And he goes down they go down, and then they're stuck. The wall. I knew it was something weird. Yeah. So he's down there. They're all three of them are in the capsule, and they don't know that it's a shark, but something's out there. And then he comes through. He does like a crazy maneuver and like rips through through the water faster by basically putting all the strain on his body.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he holds his breath, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think that.
I doubt it. And
Suya, what's her name? Soo-Yun?
Yeah.
She goes down before him to save the crew.
Correct.
And she gets attacked by a giant squid.
Yeah. And it's like,
that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Crushing the thing and she's going to die. And then the Meg shows up.
Yeah. Like it's a pretty cool reveal where the shark like swims like with the squid like in its mouth like, over her.
Yeah. And then like little suction cups.
Yeah. They like release
suction from the thing. Yeah. And it's like, oh, why is the squid letting go?
And the water just gets filled with all this ink. Yeah. It's pretty great. It's pretty good. The other thing that's always funny, and I don't know if everybody gets it from Jurassic Park, but the sub thing gets attacked and it's all lit up, and then it goes dark and like they're fine. And then they finally get power back on, they turn all the lights on, immediately gets attacked again. It's like, turn the light off, turn the light off.
Yeah. I think it's just spooky horror, like monster stuff that they do, you know?
Yep. It's pretty fun. It's pretty fun. So yeah. So Jason gets down there and he saves the crew, except for Toshi.
Yeah.
Toshi decides that he's gonna stay behind, I guess, because
he leaves the lights on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah. They get out of there. And then what happens is, because like both of the subs went up through the barrier of the trench, it leaves like this gap. And then the Meg swims through. The single Meg swims through the trench. And then now the Meg, that part's pretty cool. That was in the trailer. They play that in the trailer all the times when her daughter's walking through the base. Yeah. This thing like swims up to the glass and then bites it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a pretty fun scene.
So to me, getting to from the submarine rescue to them, I know we didn't quite talk about it yet, but them holding the killed Meg up on the boat, and they're all like laughing and talking about it and stuff. And then like Qui-Gon Jinn always says, there's a bigger fish. Literally from the scene where the other Meg comes, going back to the submarine rescue, I was kind of just like, because it's very like paint by numbers, like you know what's gonna happen type of thing. Like you're saying, it's very typical of all weird animal horror action movies. It's like it's very much, you could literally transplant the Meg to be anything. It's a giant lizard, it's an alien, it just doesn't matter.
Yeah, Lake Placid, right, is a great example.
Exactly.
They finally get the one in the helicopter, and then the other one, there's two.
Yeah. But the two things I did like that they didn't do the normal tropey thing is Rainn Wilson was dumb and stupid, but he wasn't like the big jerk guy who's insensitive and doesn't care about anybody. Because they have that scene when they get back up there, and he's like actually sad about Toshi had being lost and killed. Like,
I think that's a play though.
Oh, you think it's a play?
Yeah, because he says he's sending in people to come get them off the sea base, and he never does. True. He immediately goes out to go kill the Meg for money.
True.
I don't know how he's gonna make money on it, but he thinks he's gonna make money on it.
Yeah. And the other thing is the little girl wasn't annoying.
No, she was good.
Yeah.
You first see her when Jason shows up. He's in the little sub thing. She's in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think she was annoying.
Yeah, which is, usually that's the trope, is the millionaire who's funding this thing is an absolute idiot and knows nothing about anything and is just a jerk and awful to everybody. And he wasn't as jerky as he could have been.
No, he could have been a lot
And
worse.
The little girl or the little boy is always awful.
Yeah.
Screaming, awful, terrible. And this girl was not. It was nice.
No, she was kind of fine with it.
But literally everyone else is paint by the numbers. They're just like, I am the man who comes into the room and says, I think there's a shark. It's like, it was very much like that.
Well, there's
once
the token.
The second Meg eats the other or chomps on the other one, the whole movie changes. It's now like a different movie.
Yeah. There's the token black guy.
Oh, exactly.
Right. Where when something happens, he's like, man, it's crazy. It's like, why do you have to write it like this? Make people. I mean, these people are like scientists and stuff.
Right,
it's
exactly.
It's like
this guy's on so here for a reason. They make him so stupid in the movie, that guy.
It's awful. Yeah, it's really stupid.
But
yeah. Everybody kind of forgets about Toshi pretty quickly too, don't they?
Pretty quickly.
Like his buddy
once
there,
the
he's
wall
like,
gets eaten, then they don't care, right? It's like that.
No, that's fine.
That was his friend.
But even that scene, Even that scene, like it's funny because like he goes into like kiss him and they lower the crane and it looks like the shark's thing, and then he's in the water and then you see like the mouth come up, like he's in the middle of the mouth.
Yeah,
but it was like he was just sad about Toshi. Not even like 10 minutes later, and then he's like, "Oh, I'll pretend to kiss it. It'll be funny. Get my pictures." Like the thing just killed you. He turns into
mm-hmm.
Yeah. But you kind of knew there was going to be a bigger shark, right?
Well, I mean, once it's dead, you're like, well, the movie's called The Meg, and I can see on the thing there's at least an hour left of this movie.
Yeah. How stupid is that, dude? Like, so Rainn Wilson's crew goes out and they start like bombing the thing from the helicopter.
Yes.
And they do that. It's the scene where he's like, "Throw another one."
Yeah.
And then all the like guts come up and like splatter everybody. And then they get down there and they're like, "Oh, this is a whale." What?
I was like,
"What are you talking about?"
Whatever.
Like, where's the dorsal fins?
I don't know if there's any shot of it, but there is definitely a shot that I didn't go back. I should have gone back and like rewound it to see it. I'm almost positive there is a shot when it's like rolling in the water and you see like its dead eye and stuff, that they film it in such a way where you as the audience think it's the Meg too. They don't make it look like a whale. They make it look like it's the Meg. And it just, because then when he gets at it, it's like, it doesn't have any teeth. It's a whale. I'd be like, how do you not know this? They don't look, whales and sharks do not look similar.
No. Also, like, why are you hunting it at nighttime?
Right. Exactly. But that's okay.
Just wait. But you like the scene like right after that where he falls out of the boat.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And then like comes up and like chomps the thing, and you're like, "Oh, he's dead." And then it pans over and he's like right next to where the shark bit.
Yeah.
Then he comes up and bites him and leaves just his hand.
Just his little hand.
Which is ridiculous anyway, because the whole scale thing is just, they just play with the scale. Like this megalodon is huge, but then he bites the whale, and like he would bite that whale in half, like easily, leave like the head and the tail, by the size of the jaw.
Right.
He takes his little bite out next to Rainn Wilson. Well, they're playing pretty fast and loose with this.
Yeah, they do. And the other thing, so that continue going with the plot thing.
Oh, okay. So that happens. Then I think the other part of the crew, they're trying to go after it.
Yeah, they end up finding out that the Meg is like in the water, the first Meg, and they're like, "Oh man, this megalodon's trying to like is in the water." And then he jams it in the eye, right? Doesn't he stab it in the eye? Or no,
that's the last one. That's the
How do they end up killing the first one?
So the first one, it's headed towards shore. He dives in the water to shoot the dorsal fin with a tracker.
Yeah,
I think, which is ridiculous. He jumps in the water to shoot the fin that you could shoot from the boat. But then Su Yun goes in that little glass impervious tube thing.
Yeah.
And she's gonna like spear it with the poison or the like sedative or whatever.
Okay.
And that's how it dies. It dies from the poison. Because it's just about to like bite them together when he goes in there to save her. The scene where the Meg's trying to like swallow the tube and she's in the tube, the glass tube, is pretty cool.
Yeah.
But he gets her out of there. And then as the Meg is about to like bite and eat them, it like stops and like dies. And then they like crane it to the boat.
So here is my thing, because we watched your shark thing. I was like, no, Jonas would be dead. Because we see real sharks, when they lunge to bite, the whole like jawbone comes out like another like foot, and then he bites. So when he's the shark comes,
yeah,
and he's like here, and it's like, oh no, he's dead. I'd be like, no, he'd be dead because the mouth comes out a little bit more. Like that's how
yeah,
sharks work.
yeah. Their jaws like extend. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, the whole thing with like them swimming in the water and swimming away from the things is like they play on that a few times, and it's like,
Yeah.
you wouldn't be able to swim faster or away from a thing like that,
Right.
you know?
Right. But yeah,
So yeah, then the second shark comes,
yeah.
yada yada. I think they end up like they're stuck on the sea base for a little bit.
They go back to they go back.
So they end up going to find the big Meg.
Yeah, nobody believes them that a megalodon is real.
Yeah.
So they have to do it themselves.
Yeah, they gotta go do it themselves. Yeah. Don't just wait for like the Meg to go in and like kill a bunch of people, and then the Coast Guard will be like, hey, so like that's actually a thing. Let's go do it. Like,
right.
No.
Right.
Well, I'm gonna go spear it. It worked the first time. Oh boy. Yeah. So something happens where the news helicopter crashes on the
Well, yeah, it goes to that shore because there's like I forget what country it is.
Spring break weekend
it's like spring
in
break,
China. Yeah.
China or Thailand.
Beijing. Was it Beijing?
Like that. I don't remember. And it is just like chock full of people, and that little boy eating. It's
pretty
popsicles.
Great. Yeah, it's pretty great. The all those people out there.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty great.
Oh, mama, and it kind of eats some people, but it kind of doesn't. It kind of just makes chaos. It doesn't really eat like a ton of people. Like you would think it would be like open its mouth and just eat like 30 people, but it doesn't. It only eats like maybe like 2.
It's true.
And that happens, and they use the whale noise to attract it back away from the people.
Oh, yeah.
And then
that's the other scene where they're in the bottom of the sea base and they see that baby whale.
Oh, yeah.
Is like down there because like his mom just got eaten.
And that's a Star Trek reference, and I was sad.
Mm-hmm.
They call one of the whales Gracie. We haven't gotten there yet, but it's a thing.
Cool. Look forward to it.
Yep, great.
Cool, awesome. Yeah. So I think we get close to that scene now where Jason and Su Yung go down in their little like submarine pod things.
Yeah, they're already down there. Yeah, at this point.
Yeah. And that's a pretty cool scene. Like when they're gliding through the water and they're chasing the thing around.
Yeah.
It's fun.
And he gets damaged and ends up using like the damaged pod to
the fin and slices through the fin. Yeah. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. Don't they do that thing again too, where the Meg's about to like eat him and he like swims out of the way, or the cord grabs him, or something stupid happens?
Yes. Yeah. He hides like just in time, and it can't get to him, and and then he jabs it in the thigh, and it dies, and then like 30, 40 sharks come and eat it.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, not only so. Yeah, he like cuts it with the sub thing, cuts it down the belly, then he stabs it in the eye, and then he's like on it while it like jumps out of the water. He's like,
yeah, exactly.
Didn't Corridor Crew do a video where they were showing like how they made that? Like they went in depth and
probably
like, how they shot
that probably
scene. Might not have even been Corridor. It was I think the Meg itself put out a video.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Could have been both. Yeah. Could have been the Corridor Crew used that footage.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty fun.
And then
the Meg's dead. Yeah.
Meg is dead. And
nice.
It ends with him and Su Yung kind of like.
Yeah, you knew they were going to get together. Yeah, meanwhile, like her dad is dead. That's the thing. So the helicopter crashes into the boat, and like everybody has to fall off the boat. And it's a shark movie trope where something happens and you get knocked off into the water, and
like all the time.
You're immediately like, 100 yards away from the boat where you fell off. I mean, think back to like Jaws. Like, how many times did like somebody fall off the boat in Jaws, and then they come up, they finally come up, and they're like, ah, and the boat is like this big, like way. It's like, how did they get that far away from the boat?
Yeah.
Because if you could literally just come up and like get back in the boat, it's not like scary anymore. But now you like have to like swim all the way over.
Yeah. Oof! Like, wow. Hey, I got knocked.
Wow. That was a close one.
Could you imagine if I was like 30 yards away from the boat? Oh my god.
Can you imagine if that knocked me 2 football fields over? That would have been crazy. My chest probably wouldn't even have survived the impact, to be honest with you.
Yeah, talking about that. What's their name? Getting hit with the arm. The like crane thing that's holding the shark. She gets hit with it, and then it's just like, oh, that hurt.
Oh,
like,
you're so bad.
You'd be dead. You would be dead.
How does and then her dad dies from like falling in the water. Like he dies from his injuries.
Yeah.
He got like blown up or something.
I think the same thing happens. He gets like impacted by something. Yeah.
And then the doctor
Mm-hmm.
like sacrifices himself. And the shark just goes like, and then like immediately swims back. It's like, why did you do that? Man, if he didn't give us those extra 2 seconds, we would have been goners.
We would have been dead.
Thank God for Longmire.
Thank you.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So I mean, really, it's a fun movie, and honestly, I like the fact that it's different than a normal dumb big shark movie. Like at the end, it gets even crazier, and it's interesting.
Yeah. Oh, don't get me wrong. It's no Sharknado.
No.
But
yeah, it's in between
done well.
Sharknado and Jaws. It's like right in the middle.
Yeah, it's crazy. It goes off the rails a little bit, but you know what? It looks good.
Yeah, that's fun.
The CGI is pretty good. It's pretty fun. There's a lot of scenes in it too that I really enjoy. Like I said, that glass cage diving scene,
yeah,
is pretty good.
Yeah, that scene. The scene where he cuts the shark with the pod thing. That's pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I do like that too.
And just like the initial, like when they get down below in the trench and like the squid attacking the ship and all that stuff. Like that's really good.
It's cool, yeah. And I think we're gonna get to see more of that in the second one. I think
yeah, that's the thing. I have like no idea what the second movie is even gonna be about, besides
they're going back to the trench, baby.
There's more.
You thought you seen the last of the trench just when you thought it was safe to get back in the trench. Yeah, like how stupid is that? They're like, so there was 2 down there. That's probably it, though. There's probably
that was it.
No, it's like this one. If I know anything from Jaws, the first Meg that they killed was like the baby. The second one was the mom, and now they're gonna have to deal with the dad. He's gonna be huge. And this one, he's got to fight. He's got to fight like the Kraken. He's got to fight like Cthulhu. What's the stupid thing?
Cthulhu is what his name. Cthulhu.
Yeah. But it looks like from the trailer, it looks like there's a scene where they're walking on the like bottom of the trench.
Oh, okay.
And they're walking around. There's all these cool like things.
Oh yeah, that's right. They have like robot suits, don't they?
Robot suits, yeah.
But the cool thing is a couple of people from this movie are back.
Yeah.
Which is nice.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I'm always happy when it's not just like we put Jason Statham in another movie. And nobody from the first movie is ever in it ever again.
Never again.
It's like Cliff Curtis. I know Cliff Curtis comes back, and I think somebody else does too.
Yeah. I think she's back, isn't she? Isn't
I don't know if Su Ying is back. Su Yin. I don't know if she is.
The other thing that is kind of cool too is I think they did a good job like designing the Meg. Since like obviously there's nobody knows what the Megalodon looked like, but it's in the same family as like the Great White.
Right.
They kind of designed their own design, so they wanted to look like a Great White, but also not have it be specifically a Great White.
It's like a mix of certain sharks and other big animals in the water.
It's like right here you can kind of see like the head is like a different shape. You know?
Yeah.
It's kind of cool. The Megalodon. Just when you thought it was safe to scream. This summer, get chomped.
Yeah. And I like it. I like
Love it.
I like the slogan for the new one. It's new shark, old chum. And it's him like walking out of the water in a dive suit with like the mouth like huge behind him.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm ready. I'm ready for it.
Oh, I'm so ready.
Yep.
New shark, who dis?
Yeah.
So I'm looking at this poster. So that original poster that I had, the first picture here with the his mouth open.
Yeah.
The original like poster was this, and then on the bottom it said opening wide.
Opening wide. Yeah.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
You definitely don't think that they built a movie around just poster ideas, right?
No, they definitely didn't come up with the posters first. This one I'm looking at for Meg 2, it says back for seconds, Meg 2. The trench.
They know what they're doing.
Oh yeah, they love it. Like, how could this movie be any crazier? Like, what about Krakens?
Yeah, it's either going to be, the only way to outdo this is to have a second large thing, like you're saying, a Kraken, something like that they don't think is underneath in the water, like they think is extinct or just myth. It's either going to be that or the third Meg that they encounter is like just world ending, like it's just absolutely gigantic. Like it's a skyscraper in the water, like
yeah. This picture right here tells you all you need to know about the second movie.
Yeah.
He's literally holding this giant shark with his foot.
No problem.
Like, oh, don't bite me. Just when you thought your leg was healed.
Meg 2, the trench.
Oh man, this summer
get trenched.
Oh man, if this movie doesn't end and Jason Statham is a Skrull, I'm out. You know what's funny is that would be so much better. Secret of me. You just got scrolled.
Meg 2, the trench.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So that's the thing to look forward to, everybody.
Woo.
Just when you were like, man, I love the Meg. Guess what's going to be on the channel? Meg 2, the trench.
Meg, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we had plans to talk about this a little bit earlier, but life got crazy. So
yeah, things.
So you're gonna see our review of Meg 1, and then you're gonna see our review of Meg 2. This podcast spanned 5 years in 2 days.
Yeah. You should we're not gonna see this opening day. So you should release this video on the 10th.
Opening day.
That's the 5-year anniversary. No, it's the 5-year anniversary of
the 10th.
Is August 10th. So release it on the 10th.
Yeah, it will be.
And then we'll record it on the 11th. We'll see it on the 11th, and then a couple days later you'll release it. So
yeah.
It'll be perfect.
On the 10th.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will do that. That's a good idea.
So so basically he'll release it. So we're talking about the Meg now, and the Meg 2 has already come out 6 days ago. We haven't seen it. It's okay.
No spoilers.
Yeah, don't put spoilers down there. Not the Meg. The Meg 3, the fence. The chomp.
The chomp that stopped the world. The chomp heard round the world. Oh man, that's good.
And just in case any of you are wondering, no matter what Caleb's face makes when I say this, if you were wondering if shark content is going to end on the channel with just Meg 2, you're absolutely wrong. We're going to be covering all of the Jaws movies. We'll see you next time, everyone.
Oh my God. And then we're going to do Lake Placids.
Yeah.
And then we're going to do
I don't know if we talked about it. I don't know if we talked about it in any of the other podcasts, but we definitely, like, truthfully are going to try to get our hands on that Jaws Lego set.
Yeah.
So
I think we talked about it.
I think we did, but
I don't think anything that's been released yet.
No, not of course not.
Yeah. So we really do. We want to get the Jaws Lego set that was announced. We want to do like a live stream.
Yeah.
Of like putting it together.
Having a good time doing that. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that's our plans. And so stay tuned for the Meg 2 in a couple days, I guess. So
pretty much.
Sweet. All right, everybody. Well, we will catch you guys next time on the Nerd Holes.